International Digital Economy Conference Sarawak 2022 IDEX akan membincangkan strategi pembangunan pasca COVID-19 2030 PCDS 2030. Timbalan Menteri Tenaga dan Kelestarian Alam Sekitar Dr. Hazlan Abang Hipni memaklumkan misi itu selari dengan salah satu fokus utama Sarawak.
Dr. Hazlan menjelaskan melalui persidangan IDEX 2022, beberapa topik bakal dikedengarkan yang menyentuh potensi ekonomi hidrogen, globalisasi, daya tahan rantaian bekalan, penggabungan penggalian, revolusi perindustrian baharu IR 4.0, industri kreatif, komuniti digital dan peralihan ke arah ekonomi rendah karbon.
As already, as you all know, we are all very serious regarding the global issue, which is climate change. And our Premier has taken a very big and important step towards this issue. And he has set up a new ministry, which is our Ministry of Energy and Environmental Sustainability. Actually, these two things are very closely related because to achieve the adaptations from the challenges of the climate change, we need to go through the process of environmental sustainability. Okay, basically. So under this environmental sustainability, the main strategy would be towards low carbon economy, low carbon technology, low carbon way of life, and so on.
Dalam pada itu, IDEX 2022 kali ini merupakan edisi khas dengan menampilkan dua acara baharu iaitu program Satelit Digital DSP dan Anugerah Ekonomi Digital DEA yang diadakan BUAT JULUNG KALINYA. IDEX 2022 kembali diadakan tahun ini pada 21 hingga 22 Jun di Pusat Konvensyen Borneo Kuching BCCK selepas setahun tertangguh. Ia bakal disiarkan secara langsung di laman rasmi Facebook TV Sarawak TVS dan Unit Komunikasi Awam Sarawak atau UKAS. Bagi mendapatkan maklumat lanjut, boleh layari laman web idex.sarawak.gov.my.
Yeah, today is IDEX 2020 and I'm very proud of this event, which is the brainchild of our CM Abang Jo. This is the third year that I've attended IDEX, and I find that every year there is something different, something challenging, something interesting.
Ladies and gentlemen, as already mentioned, our post development and description education and multimedia policies to lead the state economic growth will be driven by data and education.
Through this IDEX, I came to realize that we're able to bring the best speakers from all over the world to IDEX Kuching Sarawak. Without them having to set foot in Sarawak, we're able to bring them in, and we're able to communicate with so many people throughout Sarawak, throughout the world, and information has been able to travel or transmit so fast through technology. And this is how Sarawak is going to progress, and this is how Sarawak will become one of the most advanced state in the whole of Malaysia in the near future.
Okey, pada pandangan saya program IDEX ni sangat bermanfaat, sangat best khususnya pada kami lah kepada mereka yang di luar sana, contohnya macam saya juga usahawan belia. Program ni betul-betul membuka minda kita khususnya daripada perkongsian all the great speakers macam contohnya kita boleh highlight Dr. Michio Kaku. So dia bagi kita sedikit tanggapan macam mana rupa pada masa hadapan. So kepada usahawan, maknanya kita kena standby untuk kita sendiri, adakah perniagaan kita relevan ataupun apakah adjustment yang kita perlu buat. Dan kepada student sendiri, anggaplah di luar sana student kan, bila dia dapatkan input macam ni, dia akan lebih bersemangat untuk face the future dan lebih juga bersemangat untuk tambahkan lagi maklumat ataupun skill-skill yang baru. Macam sekarang ni adalah kita cakap 2 hari ni khususnya IDEX is about digital economy, and thank you very much for Sarawak for bringing this happen to Sarawak. So khususnya kepada belia, dia boleh menilai macam mana pembangunan digital economy ni bagi impact kepada kita secara keseluruhannya. Macam mana dari segi ekonomi kita, maybe sebelum ni kita berniaga seperti biasa, tapi kerana kita tak mengamalkan, tak apply digital economy, bisnes kita tak begitu drastik ataupun dinamik kenaikannya. Tapi bila kita dengar contoh-contoh, lepas tu guidance ataupun advice daripada speaker ni, kita memang rasa bersemangat nak apply terus. So saya rasa itu sangat yang baik. Selain daripada tu, saya suka bahagian inovasi, perkongsian speaker dari segi inovasi, perkongsian speaker cerita dari segi sudut yang tourism. It's very interesting kerana dalam masa 2 hari ini padat dengan informasi dan juga inspirasi-inspirasi, dan selain daripada itu dengan booth-booth yang dipamerkan, saya rasa siapa-siapa yang datang hari ini dalam 2 hari ini memang impact dia sangat padat dan sangat bermanfaat. Thank you very much. Okay.
Conference ini membolehkan orang ramai orang tempatan di Kuching dan delegates dari dalam dan luar negara menimba pengetahuan dan mendapat maklumat daripada tokoh-tokoh saintis dan speaker-speaker terkemuka di dunia.
Without promoting IT application, we cannot realize modernization. Without IT application, we cannot realize modernization. I hope you are all people who are willing to transform Sarawak. I am sure after this conference, we work together to transform Sarawak as a cyber power.
For me, digital economy is kind of a very broad concept, right? It's the idea that you can actually propel forward the economy using the latest technologies.
From my opinion, digital economy is a new way, right? Cheaper and a more cost-effective way of making things. And nowadays, with the digital economy, you can actually digitize a lot of stuff, and you can do it with a minimum cost, with environment-friendly way, and with the minimum impact to the environment, and yet you still produce a product.
Okay, well, for us, we're all about moving companies to the cloud, right? So using the power of the cloud to make their business more efficient, reduce costs, and basically use the technology from people like Google, who we represent, to better use your business, better get to your customers, and things like that. I mean, I think that's what digital economy is about, right? Using the cloud and apps and mobile devices to better reach your customers and make your business better.
What's required at the very beginning, right, is two critical elements. Number one is commitment from the authorities, the government, and all the local players. And we're actually starting to see a lot of that form today. We see the vision of the Chief Minister actually really shining through in terms of pushing the digital agenda. Number two, we think that infrastructure is very important. And for infrastructure to be in place, again, the required investments and push needs to be there, and we're starting to see that as well.
First of all, getting the infrastructure in place, those social requirements. I think the social requirements are much more important than the technical requirements. Again, it's the things such as public transportation, more stable internet, better 4G connection, the things that the CM was talking about in his opening remarks.
But we ourselves, again, must prepare to meet the future, not wait the future is here. We must get our people, especially the youth, ready, trained through formal and informal education, training, etc. To get them ready so that they can participate. Ultimately, what we want to do is, in this new economy, the digital economy, we want to be both consumer and producer. Our objective should be we train our own people so that while we are buying, we also can sell some of our services, some of the things that we do that we can sell to other people. Therefore, then we become a developed economy using technology.
This kind of platform to share more about ideas, share more about digital product creations, so that we can encourage more and more people to aware that their responsibility as a Sarawakian, their responsibility in the economy of Sarawak.
Okay, I think the most important thing, we do not want to be just a user of digital technology. If we are a user, then we are just like a normal consumer. To generate the economy, I believe, and that means you have to add value to whatever you do, and that means to produce technology, to create technology, and that means you have to have incubators, venture capital, and the government actually really supporting this.
Speakers were very high quality speakers. All the exhibitors themselves here, there's so many of us here, and from different kinds of fields. You got telco, you got government, you got property. I think that gives us an example of how we can kind of bring the economy into a particular state by collaborating with each other.
Ethics is very important and very. The organizing of this IDEX is very significant because it brings all the experts, digital experts, to one location as a platform for them to exchange ideas, for that how they can improve the economy of Sarawak in terms of digitalization. And I think now, Mr. Sarawak has to be shown to the world that we can be part of the global economy.
This conference is phenomenal. I've been going to conferences, technology conferences for the past 15 years, and this is probably one of the better ones I've been to in Malaysia for sure, if not internationally. A lot of good speakers. The focus has been very Sarawakian, which is quite important. I'm pleased. I'm glad I've been invited.
International Digital Economy Conference Sarawak 2022 IDEX akan membincangkan strategi pembangunan pasca COVID-19 2030 PCDS 2030. Timbalan Menteri Tenaga dan Kelestarian Alam Sekitar Dr. Hazlan Abang Hipni memaklumkan misi itu selari dengan salah satu fokus utama Sarawak.
Dr. Hazlan menjelaskan melalui persidangan IDEX 2022, beberapa topik bakal dikedengahkan yang menyentuh potensi ekonomi hidrogen, globalisasi, daya tahan rantaian bekalan, penggabungan penggalian, revolusi perindustrian baharu IR 4.0, industri kreatif, komuniti digital dan peralihan ke arah ekonomi rendah karbon.
Has already, as you all know, we are all very serious regarding the global issue, which is climate change. And our Premier has taken a very big and important step towards this issue. And he has set up a new ministry, which is our ministry, Ministry of Energy and Environmental Sustainability. Actually, these two things are very closely related because to achieve the adaptations from the challenges of the climate change, we need to go through the process of environmental sustainability. Okay, basically. So under this environmental sustainability, the main strategy would be towards low carbon economy, low carbon technology, low carbon way of life, and so on.
Dalam pada itu, IDEX 2022 kali ini merupakan edisi khas dengan menampilkan dua acara baharu iaitu program Satelit Digital DSP dan Anugerah Ekonomi Digital DEA yang diadakan BUAT JULUNG KALINYA. IDEX 2022 kembali diadakan tahun ini pada 21 hingga 22 Jun di Pusat Konvensyen Borneo Kuching BCCK selepas setahun tertangguh. Ia bakal disiarkan secara langsung di laman rasmi Facebook TV Sarawak TVS dan Unit Komunikasi Awam Sarawak atau UKAS. Bagi mendapatkan maklumat lanjut, boleh layari laman web idex.sarawak.gov.my.
Honorable Deputy Chief Ministers, Dato' Amar Degla Suga, Tan Sri Dato' Amar Dr. James Jumut Masing and Dato' Amar Awang Tengah, Ministers, State Secretary, Assistant Ministers, distinguished guests, speakers, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I would like to, on behalf of my colleagues in the government, wish to express my appreciation to the speakers as well as moderators, and most of all to all of you for attending this IDEC 2018. Indeed, this conference has given us certain insight to the level of understanding when you talk about digital economy. There are a lot of things that we have to do, particularly in the context of Sarawak economy. The level of comprehension differs from one level to another, and therefore my colleagues and I would have to formulate what is the best strategy so that all Sarawakians are able to understand what digital economy is all about and to embrace technology when they want to improve their economic standing. One of the benefits or outcome of this is fintech, where we hope that the rural farmers will be able to embrace technology in terms of their food production, and also using mobile payment as part of their income for them to get right cash flow and income. And this is the way we have to move forward. And believe me, the government, the state government will explore all various strategies so that the rural people and the urban people, the gaps are narrower. Not only in terms of physical relationship, but also their level of economic relationship between the rural and the urban. One important factor is, of course, education, and also the training and talent that we have to give to our people. It is the intention of my colleagues and myself that by the year 2030, Sarawak will be the forefront or the best state in Malaysia in terms of its economic performance. The belief is based on 3 factors. One, we have the resources, ample resources. You just mentioned, you want sunlight, we got sunlight. You want to produce solar from our sunlight, you can produce solar. We have water, and water is precious, not only for producing power, energy, but also there's a new technology where you produce hydrogen in terms of water resources. Number 2, which is also important, is the population demography, where we got the young, 60% of our population, 50 years and below. And we have to create jobs for them, and they must be creative, and they are creative. Meaning, we can make use of this human talent for us to add value to the resources that I have mentioned. And number 3, we are strategically located in the new world economy, where you have the giants nearby. You have India, you have China, you have ASEAN. And these are all potential markets for you. Though our population is only 2.7 million, but let us make these 2.7 million people share resources and its economy with our neighbors. If that can be achieved, I have a feeling that Sarawak is in the right strategic location. It depends, of course, on us. If Singapore can become a first world without resources, if Korea can transform itself, if Japan can transform with limited resources, I think Sarawak can perform better with the right talent and the resources that we have. Our services sector can be upgraded, and now we have just launched the Sarawak data. You noticed just now it was S Sarawak data. That S means smart Sarawak. I hope we can achieve a smart Sarawak for the future. Finally, I would like to thank the organizing committee for their hard work, and also to the presenters, the speakers. And I said, you are the one that make it happen. And with your observation Inshallah, next year maybe we have another IDEX, but in different content. With that, thank you very much, and I wish you all the best.
Yeah, today is IDEX 2020, and I'm very proud of this event, which is the brainchild of our CM Abang Jo. This is the third year that I've attended IDEX, and I find that every year there is something different, something challenging, something interesting.
Ladies and gentlemen, as already mentioned, our post of development and description of the communication and multimedia policies to lead the state economic growth will be driven by data and education.
Through this IDEX, I came to realize that we are able to bring the best speakers from all over the world to IDEX Kuching, Sarawak. Without them having to set foot in Sarawak, we're able to bring them in, and we're able to communicate with so many people throughout Sarawak, throughout the world, and information has been able to travel or transmit so fast through technology. And this is how Sarawak is going to progress, and this is how Sarawak will become one of the most advanced state in the whole of Malaysia in the near future.
without promoting IT application. We cannot realize modernization. Without IT application, we cannot realize modernization. I hope with you all, you are all people who are willing to transform Sarawak. I am sure after this conference, we work together to transform Sarawak as a cyber power.
For me, digital economy is kind of a very broad concept, right? It's the idea that you can actually propel forward the economy using the latest technologies.
From my opinion, digital economy is a new way, right? Cheaper and a more cost-effective way of making things. And nowadays, with the digital economy, you can actually digitize a lot of stuff, and you can do it with a minimum cost, with an environment-friendly way, and with the minimum impact to the environment, and yet you still produce a product.
Okay, well, for us, we're all about moving companies to the cloud, right? So using the power of the cloud to make their business more efficient, reduce costs, and basically use the technology from people like Google, who we represent, to better use your business, better get to your customers, and things like that. I mean, I think that's what digital economy is about, right? Using the cloud and apps and mobile devices to better reach your customers and make your business better.
What's required at the very beginning, right, is two critical elements. Number one is commitment from the authorities, the government, and all the local players. And we're actually starting to see a lot of that form today. We see the vision of the Chief Minister actually really shining through in terms of pushing the digital agenda. Number two, we think that infrastructure is very important. And for infrastructure to be in place, again, the required investments and push needs to be there, and we're starting to see that as well.
First of all, getting the infrastructure in place, those social requirements. I think the social requirements are much more important than the technical requirements. Again, it's the things such as public transportation, more stable internet, better 4G connection, the things that the CM was talking about in his opening remarks.
We ourselves, again, must prepare to meet the future, not wait till the future is here. We must get our people, especially the youth, ready, trained through formal and informal education, training, etc., to get them ready so that they can participate. Ultimately, what we want to do is, in this new economy, the digital economy, we want to
Okay, yeah. I think microphone je. Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon semua. Jadi pertamanya saya nak ucap terima kasih lah to all the media coming from banyak tempat tu. We have the Suara Sarawak, Sarawak Tribune, Tuan Borneo, Delhi, International Times bernama CENTEXS Commercial, Digital Academy, kami Miak Sarawak, Bros. Bazar Rakyat, okay. And also Beloya to you, Sarawak Edition, TBS, Astro Awani, UCAS dan RTM. Jadi, thank you very much for coming today. Indeed, this is a very important day for CENTEXS. Jadi, kita akan bercakap dalam berbagai bahasa lah, sebabkan this one also international symposium. Jadi saya minta mohon kita akan menggunakan bahasa Sarawak, bahasa Malaysia, English as well. Okay, jadi keduanya saya nak mengucapkan terima kasih kepada our YAB Premier Sarawak, sebab disebabkan beliau lah kita mengadakan majlis pada tengah hari ini untuk menyokong usaha beliau dalam memutabatkan digital teknologi ke Sarawak. Jadi kita terima kasih banyak dengan YAB Premier. Jadi untuk hari ini kita akan umumkan bahawa CENTEXS akan mengadakan CENTEXS Digital Karnival 2022. Dengan ini ada berbagai very interesting lah feature yang akan cover seluruh Sarawak, Malaysia dan international level. Jadi yang pertama kita akan anjurkan CENTEXS International Symposium on Digital Industry Transformation 2022. Ini adalah bersamaan dengan IDEC International Digital Economy Conference pada 20 ke 22 bulan Jun. Jadi ini dah dia punya kluster lah. Kluster yang pertama kita akan buat, jadi 5 event yang utama. Kita akan buat International Symposium on Digital Industry Transformation dalam 1,000 orang participant, 500 offline dan 500 online pada 7 dengan 8 bulan Jun. Okay. Ini yang pertama ya. Saya akan terangkan detail sikit lah pasal International Symposium. Dan keduanya kita akan adakan CENTEXS National Digital Industry Transformation Hackathon. Jadi ini akan berlangsung, dah berlangsung minggu lepas dan akan berakhir pada tanggal 7 bulan ke 8 bulan Jun. Di mana kita berpartner dengan SDEC, Sarawak Digital Economy Corporation dan Neon Reality. Yang bertiga, kita akan pamerkan juga Bringing Immersive Technology to Foster STEM Take-up. Ini collaboration CENTEXS Digital Academy dan Petroscience di Kuching ya. Kita akan nanti saya terangkanlah satu-satu ya. Jadi nombor 4 kita akan anjurkan juga CENTEXS Digital Academy with the Industries. Ini banyak program-program, 5-6 program yang kita akan buat yang berkenaan dengan digital ke industri-industri ya. Dan yang terakhirnya kita akan buat juga CENTEXS Digital Academy with the Communities. Ini telah kita mulakan minggu lepas dengan community-community di Gedong dan banyak tempat lah. Jadi Digital Karnival ni pada tahun ini kita buat secara medium lah, tak juga yang besar-besaran sangat sebab disebabkan pandemik lah. Jadi kita nak terangkan satu-satu lah. Okey, jadi disebabkan CENTEXS International Symposium ni on the Digital Industry Transformation ni, kita akan adakan pada 7 dengan 8 bulan Jun. Okey, bersama-sama dengan government agency yang lain iaitu Sarawak Multimedia Authority, Scope, Sarawak of Performance Excellence, Center of Performance Excellence yang organize IDEC kan, Scope. Lepas tu kita akan dengan partner dengan MEIT di Ministry of Innovation, Technology and Education. Sekali lah dengan mereka dan juga ayah kami Yayasan Sarawak. Jadi 4 organisasi turut menyumbanglah dalam IDEC ni, dalam kita punya simposium ni dengan SMA, Scope, MEITD dan SMA ya. Lepas tu kita akan dalam 7 dengan 8 bulan ni akan dirasmikan oleh our YAB Premier lah Sarawak. Sebab ini idea dia kita nak dengar pula apa idea terbaru dia. Sebab Premier kita ni banyak idea kan, banyak idea yang hebat-hebat. Jadi kita dekat CENTEXS pun kena ikut trend dia jugalah. So dalam dalam kita punya simposium yang akan datang ni, International Symposium ni, kita akan bawa world top brand untuk digital. Contoh dia, kita akan bawa Huawei, kita punya partner ya untuk teknologi for telecommunication. Huawei ni tuan-tuan perempuan sekalian bukan saja buat telefon lah, not only telefon company lah, dia adalah the leading global provider of information and communication technology, ICT, infrastructure and smart devices. Ini terbesar ni, company ni besar kan sekali Huawei. Dia akan hantar insyaAllah dia punya CEO atau speaker dia datang untuk conference nanti. Lepas tu kita akan bawa juga Neon Reality. Ini adalah world leader in augmented reality. Ini US company. Dia ada 20 lebih clusters dekat dunia ni. Jadi dekat Malaysia ni cluster dia dekat CENTEXS lah. Dia ada dekat Singapura, dia ada dekat Tokyo, Hong Kong dan sebagainya. Jadi kita beruntung juga dapat dia punya founder Mr. Dan akan datang buat presentation on new technology for AVR, iaitu apa dia panggil tu? Metaverse. Jadi kita selalu dengar metaverse dekat Facebook, dia akan buat metaverse teknologi. Maksud dia tadi, Facebook user bukan saja main Facebook, dia boleh masuk dalam meeting tu sekali, jumpa dengan kawan dia dalam arena metaverse. Jadi kita nak dengar teknologi baru yang akan beyond kemukakan waktu hari 7 dengan 8 bulan tu. Ini teknologi terkini yang kita nak bawa. Lepas tu kita ada Bosch Rexroth. Ini is a big German company. It's a leading engineering firm and factory automation manufacturer headquartered in Mainz in Germany, where practical and tailored training, e-learning, global certification, qualification are provided to the industry and training institutions in the field of industrial and mobile hydraulics, mechatronics, electric drive and control, pneumatics, linear system, machine safety and energy efficiency. Jadi Bosch yang kita tahu dekat Sarawak ni kot adalah drilling machine kan. Dia adalah company besar daripada Jerman, global company jadi dia pun akan hantar speaker dia juga untuk conference ni. Lepas tu kita ada Keysight Technology. Kita pernah dengar nama Hewlett Packard kan, komputer zaman dulu Hewlett Packard. Jadi Keysight ni one of the parent company of Hewlett Packard. Dia is the world leading electronic measurement company, transforming today's measurement experience through innovation in wireless, modular and software solutions. With its Hewlett Packard and Agilent legacy, Keysight delivers solutions in wireless communication, aerospace, and defense and semiconductor market with world-class platforms, software and consistent measurement science. Jadi kita pun akan bawa dia orang ni untuk membuat talk on latest technology, science. IBM pun datang juga untuk bagi talk. IBM ni is a leading cloud platform company. It's a US company, huge company, over 100 years old, providing information technology solutions, offering application management, integrated communication, artificial intelligence, Internet of Things and security solutions. Jadi hari itu IBM pun akan bawa speaker dia juga. Lepas tu kita ada Microsoft yang tuan-tuan tahu, Microsoft Windows, all these technologies behind Microsoft kan. In fact, they are the world biggest developer, manufacturer, distributor, publisher of software technologies. And Microsoft Malaysia is a wholly owned subsidiary of Microsoft in the world lah. Jadi di samping partner-partner ni pada pagi dia sebelum our premier come kan in the afternoon, kita ada juga akan kemukakan 3 GLC CEOs dekat Sarawak ni. Teknologi terkini macam hydrogen. Jadi kita dah invite CEO Sarawak Energy, Datuk Sabini Suhaili akan datang buat talk on hydrogen. Jadi ini penting kan, kita sekarang ni YAB kita cakap pasal hydrogen, cakap pasal smart public transportation, talk about carbon emission, talk about methanol dan sebagainya. Jadi kita conference yang sama, kita akan buat special talk by the CEO of different organisation lah. CEO of Sarawak Energy and CEO of Sarawak Metro will also be talking. They are very happy to share the projects they are doing lah. Macam Sarawak Metro, they are doing Sarawak first smart urban transportation system yang akan pakai digital technology untuk run public transportation. Nanti kita dengarlah dia punya penerangan dia. Jadi ini very important to the media kan, because you have to spread these words to the people in Sarawak. Jadi project tu undergoing now. The CEO will be coming to explain. And also we have the CEO of Sarawak Petchem. Sarawak Petchem yang buat projek methanol di Bintulu. Methanol ni jadi very important sebab kita nak hasilkan blue and green methanol. Green methanol ni untuk carbon dioxide. Jadi teknologi carbon dioxide ni melalui blue methanol. Jadi nanti kita boleh dengar teknologi baru yang dia akan presentkan on the same day lah. Jadi selepas tiga orang ni sharing, kita akan sambut YAB Premier dekat our lab kat sana dan melancarkan lagi 7 high-tech labs di CENTEXS ini. Kita banyak lab sekarang ni kan, all the technology lab. Kita akan lancarkan Yon Reality Lab, and also Keysight Lab, Bosch Lab, KNX Lab untuk smart building. Lepas tu kita ada Huawei 5G Lab. Jadi banyak ada. Lepas tu kita ada Universal Technology Lab dan akhir sekali e-sport lab. E-sport lab ni satu benda yang baru dekat CENTEXS ni. Kita anjurkan student-student kita selepas dia belajar kan petang dia boleh main e-sport untuk sukma. Ini important lah. Bukan saja kita nak belajar kat sini, kita boleh masuk juga e-sport. Because e-sport ni dekat dunia ni sekarang very popular. Kan? Jadi dekat Sukma pun dah ada tournament e-sport. Tapi kita tak nak orang buat e-sport saja, kita nak dia orang belajar dulu teknologi. Nanti dapat kerja lah. Kalau e-sport saja tak dapat kerja, susah lah. Jadi kita nak kat sini kita anjurkan student-student kita lepas belajar siang hari, malam boleh main e-sport sampai ke 12 malam lah. This will, kat budak-budak kita ni dia gemar sport. Tapi dengan sport saja tak boleh nak dapat generate ekonomi kan. Main sajalah kerja dia. Tapi kat sini kita anjurkan dia ambil program-program kita. Lepas tu boleh main e-sport kemudian ya. Jadi dengan itu kita boleh asahkan minat kita dalam gaming. Tapi at the same time we can get proper training untuk kita kerja nanti. Kalau kita gaming saja tak pergi mana-mana kan. Dekat CENTEXS ni kita fikirkan budak-budak kita ni yang minat sport ni kena masuk dulu program high-tech ni. Dia dapat kerja, dia boleh main game malam hari. Macam tu. Okay, jadi itulah yang kita akan lancarkan pada 7 labs dekat CENTEXS ni. Waktu YAB datang kan, dilancarkan dengan our exhibition. Exhibition kita akan dijalankan di tempat ni. Dan tuan-tuan sekarang berada kan. Ini all the high-tech exhibition daripada partners kita dengan student kita juga. Jadi pelancaran ini baru dia masuk dekat building belakang untuk pelancaran rasmi kan, simposium kita. Jadi dalam aktiviti 7 dengan 8 bulan ini juga kita akan ada signing MOU dengan berbagai pihak lah. MOU ni tengah kita rapikan waktu ni. Jadi insyaAllah akan ada 4 ke 5 MOU. Ini very important to CENTEXS because MOU contoh dia dengan Swinburne. Kita ada kerjasama dengan Swinburne untuk graduate dia orang masuk dekat CENTEXS. Menambah ilmu lagi dalam digital contoh dia. Kita pun ada banyak kolaborasi dengan universities kan. And also kita ada kolaborasi dengan UNIMI, University Science Malaysia. UNIMI dia punya nama barulah. Apa namanya? Lebih kurang macam itulah UNIMI. But it's a industry university dekat KL. Kita pun promote program yang sama. Maksud dia tadi dia ada degree program, dia boleh masuk akademi kita lepas tu. Ini benda yang baru lah dalam education industry. Jadi kita panggil bukan saja KFC ada combo lah, CENTEXS pun ada combo juga. So this is a combo program lah. Maksud dia tadi kita boleh offer degree and academy program. But academy ni specialist program. Kan dalam degree tak cover ni, dia perlukan peralatan yang canggih kan untuk buat academy program ni. Jadi untuk international student kita akan buka untuk international dan Malaysian student masuk dekat CENTEXS campus. Kita ada 6 campus kat Sarawak ni. So ini Kuching, kita ada Lunduk, kita ada Betong, kita ada Lawas, kita ada Mukah, kita ada Dalat. So ada banyak campus kita kan. Jadi kita not only open for Sarawakian but also open for Malaysian and international. So kolaborasi macam ni very important lah. Lepas tu kita insyaAllah kita akan ada kolaborasi dengan Sarawak Biodiversity Council on high-tech CO2 dia. Dia punya teknologi for algae. Kita akan announce waktu itulah. Tuan-tuan kena fahamlah waktu itu baru kita announce detail lah. Lepas tu insyaAllah kita akan kolaborasi dengan Pustaka Negeri Sarawak untuk semua library kat Sarawak. Library kat Sarawak ni banyak. Ada beratus library kat Sarawak ni. Kita nak equipkan dengan digital teknologi lah. Kan, dekat kampung-kampung, hulu-hulu tu, banyaklah library ni. Bukan saja Kuching Library, banyak library. Lepas tu kita ada kolaborasi dengan Syeed. Syeed ni Sarawak Housing Developers Association. Ada beribu-ribu developer dekat Sarawak ni. So dia berkumpul under Syeed. So kita akan berkolaborasi, CENTEXS Commercial akan sign MOU dengan diorang untuk introduce smart home untuk rumah-rumah, beribu-ribu rumah di Sarawak ni. So kita dah sign dengan kenyalang digital lah itu. Kita akan kolaborasi dengan Syeed supaya kita dapat introduce first time in Malaysia smart home, Google Home untuk rumah-rumah baru. Ini penting lah. Ini part of the digital economy strategy lah. Jadi kat rumah kita macam kat office CENTEXS ni kita ada Google Smart Home. You boleh turn on the light, turn off the light, turn on the fan, buka aircon, buka gate. Semua by voice control and also by gesture control. Pakai macam ni. Boleh buka semua ni. So zaman dulu dia panggil magic lah. Zaman sekarang dia panggil smart home. Okay, zaman P. Ramlee lu buka gua pun pakai niat ginseng mata kaji ya. Nak mantra lah. Sekarang ni kita ada mantra but hey Google. Itu mantra dia. Okay, insya-Allah. Jadi ini yang kita nak introduce kat Sarawak ni. The new things lah. Jadi lepas kita habis yang tu pelancaran MOU dan sebagainya, kita akan buat the following day closing dia. Ada Q&A untuk speaker-speaker yang lepas lah. Kita panggil meet and greet session. Lepas tu Dr. Nani akan present paper khas bagaimana CENTEXS nak coverkan industri-industri yang kita dah mention tu. Sebab all these industries are our partners. Kan, apa function CENTEXS to integrate our partners for Sarawak. Kita buat ni untuk Sarawak lah actually. Okay? Untuk merealisasikan visi our YAB Premier supaya kita dapat digital Sarawak. Itu yang penting bagi CENTEXS lah. Okey, jadi itu yang pasal International Symposium tu. Saya nak terangkan juga pasal yang lain tu lah. So you can ask me any question now. We have the open day, CENTEXS open day, and also for people to come and see the technology. For this symposium, we providing it for free. So kita ada 1,500 orang sekarang ni dah register. 500 is physical, 1,000 online lah. Termasuk juga hackathon kita semua. Jadi kalau siapa-siapa nak, adik-adik kita, our brothers lah, kita ada 150 training institution di Sarawak ni. Termasuk politeknik, universities kan, IKBN, ILP, BUAT Mara dan sebagainya. Kita anjurkan dia orang pun ikut serta dengan CENTEXS. Kita adik-adik lah dekat Sarawak ni, 150 organisation ni banyak kan. Kita boleh kerjasama dengan dia orang. Siapa nak hantar participant ke, nak hantar lecturer, boleh register dengan CENTEXS. Tak perlu bayar apa-apa. Nak masuk online ke, physical, boleh masuk sini. Tapi limit kita kat sini 500 je. Itu kampus kita ni tak muat sampai beribu-ribu tu lah. Okey, jadi kita anjurkan brothers and sisters kita dekat BUAT Mara dan sebagainya, politeknik, kita anjurkan mereka turut serta dengan digital transformation inilah. Okey. Jadi untuk hackathon ni yang kita organize ni, hackathon ni macam marathon lah kan, tapi dia hacking the digital technology lah, AVR lah terutamanya. Kita dah ada pilih 29 orang, ada 9 kumpulan akan bertanding untuk menang hadiah hackathon. Jadi hackathon kita ni dalam 5 skop lah, 5 bidang. Hackathon kita mulakan untuk development of AVR, pakai AVR platform CENTEXS untuk education, tourism, housing and construction, agriculture dan manufacturing. Kita encourage budak-budak kita yang ada degree in software ini semua masuk hackathon ni, supaya dia orang dapat come up with new technology lah. Contoh dia untuk education kan, kita perlukan, masalah kita sekarang science kita very low. Jadi kita perlukan AVR, augmented reality, untuk lab chemistry, untuk lab biology, untuk lab physics. Jadi kalau kita pakai AVR ni, ini cara yang paling mudah. Tak perlu nak banyak sangat chemical dekat sekolah-sekolah ni. Budak-budak kita boleh belajar physics, chemistry dan sebagainya. Jadi kita harapkan hackathon ni nanti banyaklah idea macam ni keluar daripada budak-budak kita lah dalam agriculture dan manufacturing. Okey, ini tak besar tapi kita mulakan dengan kumpulan yang kecil dulu. Lepas tu kita akan besarkan lagi inisiatif ni lah. Okey, lepas tu kita ada bringing immersive technology to foster STEM take-up. Ini kolaborasi dengan Petroscience. Kita akan buat Petroscience ni dia banyak center kat Malaysia ni kan. Dia nak CENTEXS dengan budak-budak Sarawak ni come up with ideas untuk Petroscience. Terutama yang dekat Kuching ni. Okay, so that this is the opportunity for our Sarawak people to come up with ideas. Apa Petroscience kat Sarawak ni should have. Sekarang ni kan dia ada dinosaur, dia pasal minyak kan. Dia perlukan banyak idea lagi daripada orang-orang kita ni for Petroscience kat Sarawak. Jadi insyaAllah kita akan adakan ni dengan jadi apa yang kita daripada immersive technology to foster STEM take-up ni, dengan Petroscience kita ada 6 innovation lah. Nombor 1 adalah auto stereoscopy, glass free 3D. Lepas tu AR mobile application chemical compound. Lepas tu we have AR mobile application color combination, hologram, heritage items, hologram solar system. Jadi kita nak developkan solar system pakai AVR. Okay. And also hologram for constellation. Ini adalah bintang-bintang, planet-planet, tapi melalui AVR. Jadi ini akan kita letakkan ke Petroscience, kalau boleh dekat Kuching ni. Lepas tu perhaps lah Petroscience akan letak dekat KL, kan dia banyak center dia kan, Petroscience. Petroscience ni milik Petronas, anak syarikat Petronas. Jadi kita working together with them lah. Okay, untuk CENTEXS Digital Academy with the Industry ni, kita ada 5 short program lah kita akan introduce. 5G Business Solution Training, Internet of Things Fundamental Workshop, Wireless and Microwave Hardware Installation Training, Fiber Optic Splicing Training, and Introduction to XR Development Training. Ini 5 program, one day program for the industries. Jadi siapa pekerja dalam industri ni perlu tahu benda-benda ni. Ini adalah digital economy backbone. Jadi ini program ni berbayar, kena bayar sikit sebab dia punya mahal kan program-program ni. Okay. Apa lagi? So we have another one, CENTEXS Digital Karnival, CENTEXS Digital Academy with the communities. Ini kita adakan dengan technology talk with the community di auditorium di BKU. Lebih kurang dalam 300 partisipan lah. Waktu itu kita nak cakap dengan budak community dekat Kuching ni on teknologi. Introduction to immersive technology kita adakan dekat tempat kita sendiri kat CENTEXS. Lepas tu kita adakan introduction to digital marketing. Kita adakan di banyak-banyak tempat lah. Di Hotel Malaysia Lawas, di Mukah, CENTEXS Mukah, iCats Miri, Sarike. Banyak location ni. Okey, jadi itu saja program-program yang kita nak share dengan you all lah, the media. So kalau ada perlu pertanyaan. Jadi untuk simposium kita ni, kita Sarawak ni jadi pertemuan East and West, you know. Maksud dia tadi, Huawei ni kan daripada China kan. Jadi West ni kebanyakan teknologi provider kita pun daripada Europe dan US. CENTEXS ni pertemuan dia. The East meet the West. Yeah. Dulu-dulu Istanbul tu tempat the East meet the West. Sekarang ni Sarawak jadi tempat the East meet the West. Ini penting lah. So technology to us is blind. Wherever you come from, if you have technology to share, we'll be happy to put you in. So jadi CENTEXS ni, Sarawak ni lah menjadi tempat where technology from the East and the West meet. That is very important, fundamental lah for us. So technology is blind. Siapa-siapa ada teknologi from Africa ke, from Antarctica ke, as long as you have a great technology, we'll be here to accept you. Okay, so that is very important part lah. So anything you want to add?
Untuk tambahan juga untuk simposium kita, international simposium kita cover statewide. Selain daripada Kuching, kita ada juga dekat CENTEXS Muka, CENTEXS Bentong, CENTEXS Bentong Muka, CENTEXS Rindu dan di Lawas. Di Lawas kita buat dekat Hotel Malaysia Lawas. Jadi kita ada live feed dekat sana. Kita pun ada lebih kurang sejumlah peserta-peserta kat situ sama. Selain daripada international symposium, dekat tempat-tempat tu kita juga mengadakan program-program. Okay, program-program promotion macam-macam lagi. Jadi community pun peserta-peserta pun boleh mengenal lebih dekat lagi apakah teknologi capability yang ada. Okay.
Karin? Satu lagi player yang kita lupa nak sebut tadi.
Tambahan sikit untuk program-program bersama industri dengan industri lah. Although dia paid program, tapi dia boleh claim special default claimable ya. Jadi kita telah mulakan our 5G program pada 18 dan 19 Mac yang lalu ya. Jadi kita berdasarkan kita mengadakan sekali lagi pada minggu hadapan, insya-Allah. Terima kasih.
Jadi sekarang kita open to any question lah from you.
Baik, ada sebarang soalan daripada wartawan. Saya ingin jumpa sekarang. Kalau ada soalan saya ingin tulisan.
Okay, mikrofon.
Yeah.
So from this, I think for the symposium, what is your expectation about the outcome of the symposium? Will there be anything, I don't know, like any project that will happen there for Sarawak?
Okay, let me answer that one. Actually, what's important to us after the symposium is that all our people, especially people in Sarawak, will have the knowledge necessary for us to aspire. You know, because sometimes knowledge probably cannot teach you much, you know, for 20-minute session kan. Tapi most people, they can get inspired by this knowledge. So that's most important to us. So banyak orang dekat Sarawak ni inspired to do more, you know. Sarawak ni a lot of talents. Kita banyak talents, cuma kita tak expose dengan international ni. Macam you tengok dekat Grab kan, Grab was created by Malaysian. Tapi dia migrate kat Singapore. Now Grab, everybody use Grab. So Alibaba ni daripada China, you know, Lazada and Shopee from Malaysia. So when is Sarawak going to produce something like that? Ini kita perlu. Kita nak generasi kita ni don't become a user only. Why can't we become the creator of those apps? App untuk tanah ke, app untuk rumah ke, banyak-banyak app lagi. Nah, so Sarawak tu we have a lot of beautiful and talented people. So we hope from this symposium at the end we get inspired. Nah, tiba-tiba kita tengah minum kopi dengar, oh, why bila ada IBM talk about technology, kita tengah minum kopi, we get inspired. Why we do something? This is very important for us, because 20-minute session will never teach you much, because you need to acquire the knowledge, but you must first be inspired. That's most important lah. That's what we want to come out from there. Secondly, our technology partners nanti, for instance, hydrogen or Sarawak Metro, probably they get inspired of getting digital technology more into the transportation system, So that is our second expectation. Thirdly, our WAB Premier ni, a lot of ideas. So probably he will announce a lot more, which I cannot preempt, So dia banyak idea, new idea on so many things. So kita nak dengar juga what will be the Sarawak plan that he has for Sarawak. Jadi daripada display kita nanti, kita harap orang Sarawak ni ambil kesempatan ni to be exposed. Because symposium macam ni jarang-jarang buat dekat Sarawak, This is home breed, made in Sarawak, proudly Malaysian. Kita nak dengar conference macam ni dekat Singapura je ada. Ini the first time Sarawak buat ni, selain pada IDEC lah. Jadi we want to get our people to be inspired, to be exposed to the world trend, not to become user je lah. Grab, Shopee, semuanya tu. But where is Sarawak product? We have brilliant people inside now. So this symposium will fire up a lot of innovation, a lot of thoughts by our people. And not only for Sarawak lah, because it's open to international and also Malaysia. Okay, so we hope that is what we can achieve. Main objective kita lah, nak bawa Sarawak to a different quantum leap. That's what the right word to use lah. Okay. Anything else?
I have one question. I hope this is not related to symposium, but just want to know, is there any plan for Sarawak to explore more on space industry, since MISA Director General Syeed told me on this day that Malaysia next June akan ada satu first satellite Malaysia. So how about, is there any plan to involve or to explore on this space industry?
Okay, jadi saya tak boleh jawab soalan untuk Sarawak. That the Premier will have to answer that question lah. Okay. Tapi daripada segi teknologi yang kita ada sekarang ni, 5G teknologi kan, it is purely based on tower. Okay, tapi sekarang ni kalau kita tengok dekat Elon Musk, dia dah buat 6G. Dia pakai low orbit satellite teknologi lah. Jadi kalau kita lihat daripada perkembangan dunia ni, kebanyakan phone ni akan migrate to new technology. Tak perlu pakai tower-tower ni. The next generation phone will be using direct to satellite. So tak ada masalah lagi dekat tempat jing bertendang pun we get the signal. So that is the current trend in the world lah. Jadi Elon Musk has launched 60,000 satellite. Kecil-kecil micro satellite yang besar-besar ni. Besar-besar ni je satellite sekarang. They launch, I think now dekat thousands of satellite. In fact, akan surround the world, Jadi daripada segi communication technology, sememangnya kita harus buat juga satellite punya teknologi lah. Tapi disebabkan ini polisi kerajaan negeri Sarawak, jadi I will leave it to our Premier lah to answer that. But as far as CENTEXS is concerned, there is a future technology yang kita kena ambil. That means the low global positioning satellite for the next telecommunication, and we cannot be left behind. Sekarang ni kita ada 5G, the first in Malaysia kan. 6G ni dah pakai low orbit satellite. In fact, I think by this year it will be launched. Jadi phone kita dah tak ada limit. You use your phone anywhere in the world. Tesla pun dah launch juga its own phone called Pi ke apa nama dia. So that phone ada solar belakang ni, boleh charge sendiri and direct to satellite. Jadi tak ada lagi dah restriction. Kita nak pergi mana-mana, we only have single account. So jadi projek ni besar. This is the current trend right now. So we thought CENTEXS should be exploring that, but the government has to decide whether we want to have a space program or whatever. Okay? Because space program ni bukan murah kan? It costs billions. Ini adalah priority Sarawak ke tak? Ini YAB Premier will have the foresight and wisdom to answer the question lah. CENTEXS memang kita akan explore those technologies anyway. Okay? Thank you very much. Very brilliant question. Okay, any more question? Tanya je soalan bahasa apa tak mau. Yang boleh jawab semua Datuk pandai. Ya.
Bagaimana simposium ini boleh memberi impact yang cukup signifikan untuk memastikan Sarawak berada dalam world ranking of digital?
Okey. Untuk menjadikan Sarawak world top ranking ni, it's about the people dengan industri. Okay. Kalau you want to be top in the world, macam the last Congress kan dekat Singapore yang we attended ada day. World Congress, Huawei Congress for Digital Transformation dekat Singapore last week. Dia featuring Thailand pun ada buat banyak digital transformation. Dia letakkan, dia lagi hebat. Dia dah buat 5G untuk Thailand. Lepas tu Bangladesh yang saya kira hujung dunia tu kan, dia pun ada juga buat digital transformation. Indonesia pun hebat. Tadi Nusantara kan dekat Kalimantan Timur tu tengah rapidly so many new technology masuk. Elon Musk pun pergi sana. You know, I think Indonesia ni sekarang ni the new Asian tiger lah, very fast. Jadi kebanyakan negara-negara sekeliling kita ni they're racing for digital. Okay, jadi sebab tu penting dia untuk kami dekat CENTEXS ni, kita kena bagi constant new technology, new program supaya kita tak tertinggal ya. Malaysia pun saya rasa Sarawak ni the first one yang buat digital ni transformation ni, we're the first one. And we have to constantly do it. Bombard our people dengan new technology, expose them, budak-budak kita ni ajar, jangan conventional, you know. Think outside your zone. Box is too small now. You have to be bigger than that. Zone. Think outside your zone. Kan? Jadi kita nak constantly have to embark. And government ni boleh buat polisi, tapi rakyat yang mulakan benda ni. Kan? Government boleh buat macam-macam CENTEXS ni lah kita boleh buat, tapi the industry and the people in Sarawak has to do it. Kita kena sit down together what kind of app yang kita nak buat untuk dunia ni. We are here to support you. Kan? That is why we are leading now on digital dekat Malaysia. Tapi dekat benua kita ni banyak industri yang Thailand, Laos buat, Bangladesh buat, India buat, you know, everybody is going towards digital now. Itu yang kita dapati daripada Kongres dekat Singapore tu, last week punya Kongres, Huawei Asia Pacific Congress. Jadi world leader right now US lah dengan China. So Sarawak ni we cannot be left behind. It's not the government, it's the people and the industry must lead this supaya kita tak tertinggal. Okay, thank you. Ada lagi soalan? Tak apa, bagi masa untuk you all fikir.
Okay dah. Alright. Okay. Clear.
Clear? Okay. Okay, nanti tak apa, nanti dekat waktu 7-8 bulan tu kita ada premier, kita all technology provider. Kalau you ada soalan 2-3 hari ni kumpul banyak-banyak, that's the time you ask them. Okay? Okay, with that, terima kasih semua for coming and thank you very much to all. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Yeah. Yeah.
Terima kasih.